another stream. A stream that I actually didn't think I was going to be doing today, but luckily I was able to do it. So we'll cut a longish story short. So yesterday I went to a rave with the layman. My phone was quite low, so I took my charging lead, to charge my phone in his car, because I know sometimes he charges his, so rather than sharing one lead. And obviously, after the rave, I forgot to take the lead out of his car, and by the time I'd rang him, he'd already got near his house, so he wasn't going to turn around and come back with a lead at like gone 5 in the morning. So I actually spent most of today not thinking I have a lead that will charge my phone, and then luckily found a lead that fits my phone, and I was quite surprised, because I'm on like a newer sort of like phone and a newer lead to everybody else in the house. They're all still on the old chargers, so but we're good. We're all good to go. I do apologise about the camera angle and things. I know it's not the best, but in today's stream, I picked up a bargain yesterday, and when I say picked up a bargain, I really did pick up a bargain. Trust me, and I'm so happy and I'm so stoked with this as well, that just goes beyond anything that you could ever understand. So, the story of how I got this bargain. Well, first off, what did I get? Well, you'll have to find out. You'll have to keep watching to find out. But essentially, I was browsing Facebook the other day, and Facebook on this day pops up where you can look back at your memories on Facebook. So I always scroll through, see if there's anything funny, anything interesting to repost, and an old live stream from myself popped up. So I shared the live stream, and the live stream was about something I no longer had, and I shared the live stream and just sort of put a little post like, I wish I had some of these again, and blah blah blah. And next minute, a guy texts me from Mansfield and says, I've got some going here, if you wanna buy some. So sends me a picture. Look all right. There's two of them, and then he actually tells me that one of them's actually broke and it's sellotaped up. So I said, well, I've already got one. So, essentially all I really would need is another one. So at first I was like, because he was kind of doing me a solid and doing me a bargain, I was kind of like, yeah, okay, I'll just, will you sell just one? Because I do actually have one that works. I just need the another. So he was like, yeah, cool, we'll do that. And then I was like, right, well, I'll let you know my payday, and I'll sort out about travelling through, and I'll come and get, come and have a look at it, pick it up, blah blah blah, and that was that. And I was gonna wait till my payday, and then I get a text later on at night from a friend of mine in Hull, who is actually selling two in mint conditions, in flight cases, and only wanted 100 quid for them in the flight cases. So of course I agreed. I said, yeah, of course. I can't turn this down. And he said, look, you can pick them up and just, pay me when you can. I'm not in a rush for the Wonga. I just want to see them go to someone that's going to use them. So I was like, all right, I'll sort a way about picking them up. This is already getting quite exciting. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could actually have these the following day. And the following day came, which was yesterday, and I picked them up about tea time. And let me introduce to you. I'm bringing it round right now. This big old flight case. So what has Noble actually bought? Has anybody who maybe doesn't follow me on like the likes of Facebook, has anybody actually guessed, what I've actually been waffling on about? Now let me just move this pot of tea. Love a good pot of tea. And by the way, I know I'm still like in pajamas and stuff. It's just literally I late night, so I didn't rush up because it was obviously at the rave and stuff, and it's just got a little tired I was, so I haven't rushed up, and plus I need to sort of like freshen up and stuff again before today's antics. So I thought there's no point getting dressed until I've done that. So anyway, so I got this flight case. I got two of them. I'm only going to show you one because once you see one, you'll get the point. The flight case here does sadly have a little bit of a dint to it, but it's nothing that has affected anything that's inside of it, and it doesn't affect me being able to use the flight case. It's just one tiny little dint. So what's inside of here? And I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but we're going to open it up. So we'll open it up right now. So here we go. Oh, it's actually already got, I've left something on it actually, believe it or not. So so there's the flight. You can't really see the flight case, but what I'm going to do is lift out what's inside of the flight case. So you'll see there's an RCA cable with a little earth wire, and then we'll lift the bad boy out itself. Yes, so here we are, people. Brand new decks, brand new vinyl decks, or when I say brand new, like second hand, but like new decks for me. So like a new purchase of decks for me. So let me come and grab the old mobile, and then I can show you. So I'd like to welcome you to my I'm just trying to move it in the best way I can while holding the camera, so it's the right way. So welcome to my Reloops RP 2000s, and I'm so buzzed to be able to have vinyl decks again. This is like so exciting for me. Because I love my vinyl decks, I love spinning my vinyl, as I'm sure you know, and the whole vibe of just these vinyl decks are just absolutely amazing. So so I paid 100 quid for two Reloop 2000s at RP 2000s that have come in some flight cases, and that's a bargain in itself, because these Reloop turntables, they go for a lot more in themselves, and flight cases alone are not always the cheapest things on the planet to get. So so I got these turntables, and I'm just so happy. So for those of you who may or may not know, if you're quite new to the channel, I mean, I know sort of some of the older followers on this channel. I know some of them that they will probably know. But back sort of a couple of years ago, I used to do vinyl record updates, and I used to update you and make videos on the new vinyl records that I'd been buying, and I used to even sometimes come live on YouTube and do some vinyl mixes. And I had a vinyl turntable that sadly broke, and the tone arm snapped, and I haven't really done anything much with vinyl ever since, apart from now and again spinning the odd few records on the one turntable I had that was working. So I was kind of in desperate need of getting some new turntables, but you know how things go. You want to get things like turntables. I mean, if you want to be in the music in a music career, or if you want to do things music related, DJing wise, it's not a cheap game to be in. You want to update equipment and stuff. You're looking at hundreds of pounds into the thousands of pounds for the top-notch gear. Like I say, I got this for a bargain, but if I'd have looked for this elsewhere and bought two and then had them both in flight cases, I'd have been probably spending going on nearly 600 quid. Maybe a bit less. I mean, I'm not sure how much these reloops go for, but I think that they go for a lot more than what I got them for. Probably, you might be able to get maybe like some second hand ones for maybe near on 200 quid each, but then that's still nearly 400 quid. And then that's not including flight cases. So, DJ gear itself, it can really add up. And like I say, this isn't like, the top notch Technics. This is, Technics now, they go for like over $1,000. And believe me, I look at stuff all the time because, I'm interested in music and I watch auctions as well on eBay that, I might not necessarily have any interest in buying the product, but sometimes I see something and I think, you know what, that's going for a little bit cheaper than it should do. But I still can't afford it. But sometimes I like to just watch them and see what happens and see, like, as an interest, like what does something go for. But yeah, this is a Reloop 2000M, and I'm ever so very happy with it. And like I say, I got them for a bargain, but there was collecting dust. That they are a little bit dusty. It does need a little bit of a wipe down, but the condition of it and the nick of it is absolutely fantastic. It's amazing. It's amazing what raisins will do, and I'm just so buzzed. And the guy who sold me them is a friend of mine, and he just said, look, he just wants to see somebody happy with them. He's not in the world to rip people off, and he just said, look, I have these turntables, and just pay me when you can, and just have them for 100 quid. And I was very, very grateful. But I'm just absolutely buzzed. Because to be honest, like, if they had been much more, like, I would have turned them down just purely because I've got a lot of things coming up, like my gig in Amsterdam, and I've got to pay, like, my flight to get over there and stuff like that. And then there's, like, other bits and bobs, that I've got to think about doing. And, and like gigs as well, like, getting paid for a gig is all, like, fine and well. But with a lot of gigs, it's like cash in hand on the night. So, like, whether you're gonna get paid for a gig or not, you've still got to book that train in advance, or you've still got to pay that fuel in advance, or you've still got to book that hotel before you get to the gig. So, whether you're gonna get paid for it or not, it's no good being skint before the event and thinking, oh well, it don't matter because I'll get money there. Because no, you've still got to get yourself to that event. So obviously this is why I didn't want to spend too much on gear. And to be honest, I wasn't even like I wanted new vinyl decks. Don't get me wrong, I've wanted some for ages, but I wasn't on the sort of like, I literally shared an old live stream where I was doing a vinyl mix and just said I just shared it and said I do need to get some vinyl decks again at some point. Not that I was like looking to go and pick some up the following day. But then obviously, this bargain just happened to come about. So I couldn't say no. Do you know what I mean? It was something that I just couldn't say no. So I ended up going and picking them up as you do. And like I say, very happy with them. And I've tried them both out, and they both work. The only issue for me at the moment is they don't come with any needles. And I had one needle on my old turntable, my Sony one, which I'm not actually sure. Oh, that is just up there. It's just up there, is that one? Yeah, so I've got my I had a needle on my Sony one, which is just up there. You can't see it. So I swapped it onto one of these so I could get at least one of them working. And I just need to get a needle for this one. So that's something I'll be getting, and then we'll be good to go. Hopefully, doing some vinyl mixes again, which is going to be good. I'm looking forward to hopefully being able to do some. I don't know. I mean, yesterday I did a vinyl mix into digital, so I mixed the vinyl into digital, which it's still quite tricky, but it's still easier because if you set a track going on your digital, if you set a track going on your digital, so say you've got a bounce tune at 150 and then you mix into a vinyl, you know that your aim is you're getting that vinyl to 150. So then once you've spun the vinyl and you've got that in, you know that that vinyl's at 150. Do you know what I mean? Which can most definitely make it easier. The only thing is on the vinyl is you've got to listen to see if you're in beat to find out when you're at 150. There's no digital thing on the vinyl deck to say you've reached 150 BPM. Well done. Whereas when you've got two vinyls, you've got no clue of what BPM you're at, really. It's just a case of hearing a record and getting it in time. And I don't think back in the day BPM was really a thing. I think it was more just speed and pitch, going faster, going slower. Some records I think might tell you what the BPM is. If not, it'll tell you like the RPM speed. But like I say, I was very happy with these, and I still am. It's not like I've got unhappy or something, but I love it. I love it, and they feel so good. And yes, I was having a play around yesterday, and there was a Mojo, which is a remix of Lady, and it's a really nice house remix actually. And one thing I'm going to definitely be doing once I get another needle is going through some records, because my style is progressing all the time with mixing wise, and I feel like a lot of the stuff I mix digitally, like the bounce and stuff, I haven't got all too much of it on vinyl, so I would like to find some of them like classic Scouse House vinyls, and some UK hardcore as well. But I know UK hardcore is it's really expensive on vinyl. You can pick up some like house and dance tunes for like £4 a record, and then you've got like some squaddy twister tracks that go at like nearly £50 just for one record, and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, that's half of what I paid for the actual decks. But I'd love to do it. You get some of that. I've got some hardcore on vinyl, but just not really enough to do a proper full-on good vinyl hardcore mix. I could drop a couple of tunes in. And the styles of hardcore are different as well. There's some like old school, a bit of bouncy techno. Then there's a couple of like Dougal and Gamma stuff, and and then there's like there's one like go tell your mama records or something like that, and just not enough to do a mix really. Whereas hard house on the other hand, I could mix hard house all day long. I've got loads of hard house and house as well. I can do some good funky house tunes as well, which is good. But yeah, what can I say? So it was a bargain, and I'm so glad that I've finally got these again. The flight cases will come in handy as well for other purposes, like transporting the digital decks as well. I used to put them in cardboard boxes that were taped up and looked like they was falling apart, and to be honest, it didn't really give that professional look when you're turning up to do someone's disco. And you've got these cardboard boxes that are ripped, and you've got these decks that are about as dusty as a chimney. So it'll be really nice just to have a little bit of better transportation for them. And so that gets the good news out the way. There is sadly some bad news, but the bad news doesn't affect you. It affects me actually. But sadly, I caught my chair on a Felix Don't You Want Me 7-inch record, and it's actually snapped the record clean in half, and I'm actually quite gutted about it, because who doesn't like Felix Don't You Want Me? And now it's like I reckon it'd still work, but I just reckon like it'd play half the track and then it'd just stop. And then you'd have to put the other part of the record on to play the other half. I don't even know if it'd spin properly, but you'd have to like lay it down like that, and then you'd have to spin it like that, and it'd play one half and then play the other half. Or you could probably put it together like that, and I don't know if like spinning it would like knock it apart. Or I mean, right now it actually doesn't even look like there's a crack in it. So I don't actually know. I mean, if you was to actually like So I don't actually know. To be honest, I don't know how it'd work, to be fair. It probably, half the track probably won't even work, I'm not sure. But yeah, I accidentally broke it, my own doing, but gutting, so I'll have to get another Felix Don't You Want Me at some point. And sadly, this one will have to go into the bin, sadly. So there you go. But yeah, so that's going to do it for the stream. Make sure to like, comment, share, all the good stuff. And we'll see you soon. I like that.